puts your body red in your bones sweet time. This is my right? This is my right to stream. Is it, I'm responsible for the harassment? Is that I don't know, is that true? I don't know how Michael is allowed to continue to post videos that I own. He's not transforming them. It's not commentary. It's not commentary. Commentary is like, all right, let's watch this video. And then you watch it, and then the person goes, oh, I think this and this and this about it. That's transformative enough to make its commentary. But to just post it with a title, which is not even part of the copyright. The title is I don't really actually know. It's an interesting legal question. It's like, where does the title? What does that fall legally? I will I'm advising you not to harass me here. Okay? I'm advising you not to intimidate me, not to talk about the lawsuit unless you have a good faith question. And honestly, you're allowed to talk about a civil case. I have not read anything, unless there's a gag order. I've read nothing dissuading that. That would be the First Amendment is strong, okay? You can't just take away someone's right to speak, especially the truth. If it's a criminal case, I think it might be different. Civil law, there's no gag order. It's possible that I'll get a protective order, but I don't know if that will affect my ability. I mean, look, I stream on Twitch. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Obviously, so you guys follow me in there anyway. No matter what I do, because how do I still promote my streaming other than Twitter? There's no way to. You can't take away my rights. That's the thing. That's the core of this whole lawsuit, is that you guys or those guys have tried to have violated my civil rights. A lot of them. My First Amendment right to speak, because the harassment is so absurd. So absurd. And I hope the judge understands that. And I hope that I'm doing the right things. I hope that I'm acting in good faith. I hope that as far as civil procedure goes, we're not even in this. I don't even know if Michael's been duly served or not yet. Because I provided him the Sum 100 form, and I don't know if that's the correct summons for this. So I'm going to have to serve him again, I believe. Or maybe not. Depends what the judge says. And that's something that a lawyer might tell you not to say on the live stream, because the person conducting, and they can try to avoid it. But there is also evidence that Michael said he was served, so that might be admissible as far as you think. The law is creative. It's a creative endeavor, but it's also based on truth. Things about me just have to know. Sometimes I run. I don't see that. There was people that say that you only allowed one amended complaint, but it doesn't say that. Maybe he has different rules. I think the judge might have his own rules. I hope I did it right. Oh, I forgot to paginate. Oh, and space it. No. Oh, wait. That's for the clerk. I can rewrite it. Was PDF. And it wasn't due because it was an ex parte request. Oh, man. Well, it will be on there because when you file, it just goes on there, I believe. But there's a lot of this is civil procedure, okay? For people that are not like here harass me or whatever. Civil procedure really has a lot more to do with filing and like the way the documents are prepared. It is hard to follow all the civil procedures, but it's not impossible. I mean, I think that I'm doing okay. I'm trying to see what's complaint. I'm looking at old complaints. I don't know if I've seen any pro say. Well, yeah, they got dismissed. Usually, people just try to file a suit against YouTube, and in this case, they're probably going to say that I have to file in the Northern District. But I think I pled with the court. We'll see if they allow this to proceed in the Central District. I think it makes more sense to keep it together because it really does. I think for the sake of the public good, it really makes sense to take the defendants that were utilizing the other defendants' business. It makes sense to keep them in one proceeding because you can then gauge the dynamics between the parties, and then you can really assess the situation better to see whether or not there was potential conspiracy or not. Or I don't know if you have to conspire, say you're conspiring to conspire. So there's that. So it's like if honestly, I don't know if YouTube is aware that I was being cyberstalked and they did nothing. I don't see how that's not conspiracy. I really don't. I don't know the full idea, and I don't know what the case law. Let's see. Actually, that's a good thing to test. Can negligence constitute conspiracy? Most states do not consider civil conspiracy. Running something. Okay. So when someone acts in a way that negatively affects your business, you're very frustrating. No, all flags. oh, this applies to Brady Snell's books. I'm going to raise. It's really upsetting. I think of like, this is what it's like to be in a lawsuit. It's not necessarily fun. It's not fun at all. It's very hard. And you wake up and you think about it, and you know. Okay, tortures and unauthorized committing a furtherance of the agreement and the plaintiffs. In order for a person to succeed in a civil conspiracy case, he or she must prove the elements according to the restatement they're torts. Liability for economic harm. The elements of a civil conspiracy are as follows. The defendant made an agreement with another to commit a wrong. I think between two defendants, that's absolutely fair to say. But then you have to ask, is there an agreement between the two defendants that is not YouTube and YouTube? Do they have any type of agreement? And I think that they do. I think when you make an account, you actually have an agreement. When you place someone under duress, you actually can potentially nullify their agreements. So, like, when you guys were harassing me, sorry, I hate to see you guys. I'm trying to foster a new. Look, this is like a new day is coming. A new day is coming. Victims also prove the conspirators have an intention to commit unlawful torture. If actors have no knowledge of the wrongful nature of the act and no intention to cause harm when they made the agreement to take the particular course of action, the civil conspiracy claim would fail. Okay, I don't see how you guys had no knowledge of the wrongful nature of the act. Unless, I don't know. No, I don't. Because there's a pattern of behavior as well that I don't have and that the defendants do. The person was present at the time of the torture act, but not in agreement with the other actors. He or she will not be held liable for a civil conspiracy. Well, what constitutes being in agreement? Just participating in it? It's not just being present. Participation is, I think, agreement. In addition, and if YouTube rejected my claims against a harassing video, that's an agreement as well, and that could very well be a civil conspiracy. Because civil conspiracy is not kind of commit, each conspirator will be held jointly and separately liable, yet actions of each conspirator. Fair. The only way to avoid liability for subsequent acts related to the conspiracy is to withdraw from the agreement, and the other conspirators must be informed of the withdrawal. So YouTube, when I sent them my complaint, and they said, sorry, we need a court order to remove this, they agreed to uphold to the subsequent acts. By not banning or taking measures to ban the defendants from engaging in harassment. And honestly, it's pretty compelling that they did that. The first two people that followed me in the Twitch were Reemsy and Omni Eris. And I'll tell you, here's redress. One thing that Twitch has that YouTube doesn't have is YouTube has a allowed you can like say who can talk. But the fact is, it's like the reason to live stream as a musician or even as an entertainer or as a speaker is to draw in new audience. And preventing new audience from talking is sort of like antithetical to the point of streaming. So it's also your First Amendment right to allow, but like there is terms of service. This is like such a mess. This is such a big fucking crazy lawsuit. That makes a lot of sense. It's crazy in the sense that it's crazy in the sense that it's happening. I mean, it's a big deal. It's novel. It's I don't know. I mean, I've done a lot of reading. Do you know how much it hurts to know that everything I say is going to be taken and like in bad faith and then misconstrued and then used to defame me, no matter what, no matter if it's true or false. It's seriously beyond frustrating. It's so heartbreaking. And it's like, I don't know. It's not defense. Cataloging, you could have downloaded the videos. The defendant could have downloaded the videos, and they could have uh, cataloged them for their own evidence in any future potential case. But to post them and publish them with defamatory titles and misconstructions is both copyright infringement and defamation. Because honestly, the titles are defamation most of the time. They're damaging to my character. In addition, fair use. If you make it so that the copyright is harder for me to make money from, which basically you took my thing and you became the source of my voice and my videos, that's copyright infringement. That clearly. It's not even. It's really. I would be really interested to hear how it's not. Just because you write fair use and all that shit, that does not make it what you're doing at all. Honestly, I think I have a case for conspiracy between all three parties. And I will be, I mean, that's what I'm claiming. I'm claiming a conspiracy between all three parties and future parties. Honestly, what have you guys been saying to each other? Think about it. What were your conversations like? Oh, you guys. What's gonna like? How is this resolved? Like, what's the redress? It's got to be something that allows a person to, no matter what their demeanor, no matter what their personality or what's going on with them, to activate, so to speak, a tool that gives them a due belief that the interactions and the messages will be in good faith. I think verified email. I think Twitch is verified because I saw Omni Eris and Reamsey were the first people to subscribe to my Twitter, my Twitch. The first people right away, right off the bat. But if it had been another YouTube channel, they may have created another username, like Brett has HIV, for example, which was really hurtful. So thank you for that. And then or whatever. They can just make whatever alias they want. Obviously, and I happen to know for a fact VPNs are being used to create these, which is probably illegal. And you're busted. I mean, basically, it's like every time I see another video on a fucking page, my whole stomach just drops, and it feels horrible. But how do you if you tell me I'm violating court procedure, it is witness intimidation. If in fact you have no believe that. Is this copyright? I'm not making any money off this. I don't intend to. Does that give, I don't know how that factors in. I intend to make money off of me as a musician, but not off Sailor Moon. I'm going to give Sailor Moon her due. God, Superhero was awesome. So cool. I love it. It's the best scene ever. Cosmic Moon Power! Ignite! This can be! Beautiful. With that, everybody needs information. Everybody needs Everybody needs inspiration. Everybody needs a song. Beautiful melody when the night's song.
hello. Light to break up the dark that's tonight. Like a star, oh,
This is something I'm really, really proud of. Maybe the most proud I've ever been. This is a book by M. Boone Hudgens. It's called Schisma Maiden Voyage. It actually was born out of one of my workshops, the writing workshops. Like a book actually was born. Fucking happened. That's inspiring. And in the acknowledgments, I'll read it. First and foremost, I would like to thank you. It cannot be stressed enough my gratitude to every reader who spent their hard-earned money and time on this book. I sincerely hope it was worth the sacrifice. It was. I'm doubly grateful for those who took the time afterward to write a review. Yes, even the bad ones. Reviews help other potential readers discover my work, so that kind of support is invaluable. I would like to thank Todd Michael Schultz, who is the reason this book was begun. Without the yeoman's work of Steffi Czar, Phoenix Ryder, and Tom Madick, it would not have been completed. Or perhaps it would be a much lower quality. Because we really fucking went through this thing. I mean, I went through the first half of it with him completely. And then he sort of took off and. Thanks go out to all my early readers for their critical feedback. And lastly, but not leastly, I'm grateful to my family for their love and support, their constant motivation, through their incessant need to eat and be warm, and for being the source of true magic in this world. It's a really interesting story, a really interesting sci-fi trip to another world. It's really, I think, really commercial and interesting. I think this book could do really well. He really did a great job with the formatting. It looks beautiful. This is actually a really nice book. It really is. It's like well done. Congratulations, Boom. You deserve it. I hope if you guys want to buy it, I forgot. Well, I was going to the bookshelf. Looks nice there. Yeah, no, I know. I don't look so great. I don't look so fucking hot. I get it. It's been a rough day. It's been a really rough day. Like I'm basically, I mean, I have some some friends, but like I'm basically alone on this, and it's really like, but not really alone, but physically, Brett's out of town, and um, it's been tough to manage the feelings that have come up. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared of attention. I'm scared of if I win this case, then it's gonna get attention, and I'm scared of that. Like I seriously don't want. I don't know, because I know what it brings. Fame. Honestly, I've been harassed basically since I started dating Brett. I didn't really think of it that way though, because I just didn't realize what was happening. This one girl would send me really odd emails, for years. She sent them. I think I might go on a walk. And I would just ask her to stop, and I hope I can recover from this. Really, honestly, I'm trying to feel through the emotions, but I think YouTube has to change to some degree. I think there's a lot of great things about YouTube, but they need to redress their alias problem, the VPN problem, the sort of ease by which someone can just make account after account and use that to ruin your life. Which is what happened. Let's see what Brett has to say about fame.
That's what I want to know. What is happening? That's not increasingly. I think the older you get and the more you deal with something like that, it's not. I don't understand why
Nothing
people.
Changes.
Nothing changes,
Nothing
and also
changes, but you get these strange expectations that are very
self-loathing that
disappointing.
comes from it is intense. That's the last thing I ever thought would happen if you became well known. That the increased self-loathing you have for your visage, for yourself, for it's just stunning to me that is a side effect of becoming a well-known person. And I'm not even that well-known. I mean, compared to Michael Jordan.
He's smoking a cigarette on TV in England.
It's so minimal. I don't think it is a side effect. So what do you think?
How can this is sick. Family. You work too hard, and when you get home late, you can't get past this current state. When the walls come down and they let things in. Oh, when it all goes wrong. Oh, when you're just gonna win, say, tell my tale. I'm on my way, though. Tell my tale. I'm on my way. Not understanding, don't have to be that hard. You can understand me, we'll never fall apart. Listen to the rhythm go. In everything you do, you can understand me. You can love me too. Yeah. Oh, I'm in the background way. Just pay attention. One day you'll get paid and release the tension, but you just don't see it now.
but it's going down. You just get lit to get the fire in. Say, Mateo, I'm on my way to Mateo, oh, I'm on my way. Say, the love and understanding, it don't have to be that hard. You can understand me, we'll never fall apart. Listen to the rhythm going in everything you do. If you can understand me, then I says, oh, then, oh, yeah, but love and understanding, love and understanding. Love and understanding, love and understanding. I've gotta keep the calm before the storm. I don't want less, I don't want more. Where my life becomes the driving force to keep me safe, to keep me warm. Oh, and my life is what I'm fighting for. I can't part the seas, I can't reach the shore. Yeah, oh, it becomes the driving force to keep me safe, to keep me warm. Gotta keep my head above water, don't let me drown. It gets harder, I'll meet you there at the bottom. Yeah, come drowning to my knees, don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. What? Don't do that. Cause I want to love, I want to love, I want to love you. Be my deeply young thing. Where did you come from, baby? Who's gonna take? Where did you come from, lady? And who won't you take me there? Right away, right away. Tenderoni, you got to be. Spark my nature, sugar fly with me. But don't you know now is the perfect time where we can make it right, little city lights. And tonight is the love and pain. Let me take it to the max. Cause I want to love you, P.I.T. pretty young thing. You need some loving, TLC, tender loving care. Oh, and I'll take you there. Cause I want to love you, P.I.T. pretty young thing. You need some loving, TLC, tender loving care. Oh, and I'll take you there. Nothing can stop this burning desire to be with you. Gotta get you, baby. Need some love, tea, and set me free. But don't you know now is the loving time where we can dim the lights just to make it right in the night. Hit the love spot. I'll give you all that I got. 'cause I want to love you. PYT, pretty young thing, you need some loving. TLC, tender love and care, and I'll take you there. Want to love you, the PYT, pretty young thing, you need some loving. TLC, tender love and care, and I'll take you there. Sing na 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 na. Sing na 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 na. I'll take you there. I'll take you there. 'Cause I want to love you. PYT, pretty young thing. You need some loving. TLC, to love and care. Oh, and no, I'll take you there. I understand there's people out there that they view me and they see my disposition, but honestly, it doesn't matter if I'm well presented or not. People will gaslight you anyway. They'll do whatever they want. Honestly, I've learned that. That's one thing I've learned, is that people will gaslight you if it serves their interests. Period. And sometimes their interests are as simple as they don't want to admit to something, or they don't want to admit that maybe they, I don't know. It's just like small things like that you wouldn't even think, nothing that you would sue over, but like people can be very protective over their egos, and ultimately, I think balance is achieved through truth. And if I don't know, maybe a court precedent needs to be set where people need to be heard, and that if people around them, like my family, if they ever want to fucking, well, I guess, look, they could just say, I'm not going to help you, and that would have been, I guess that would have been their prerogative. But to call, I guess they were worried, but why not, talk to me? There's got to be some type of right to speak on your own behalf in pretty much any situation. I guess unless you're like under custody of somebody, like Brittany was. I guess I really did get Brittany'd. You're not allowed to clip my videos. I don't know how many times I have to say that. You're not allowed to clip my videos. You're not allowed to take them and post them. You're not allowed to. And you're not going to get away with what you've done just because you say you're stopping. There's no way. There's no way that you can just walk off and say, oh, I'm not going to post. You know what? Nothing that I've done is even criminal. And God damn, I hope the judge understands me. I think I'm better through writing, but fuck, man, gaslighting is so irritating. It's so easy to look at someone and just fucking decide whatever you want about them. It's usually self-serving. I'm just like, why don't you try being me for a fucking day? How about that? Stop posting. I guess it's irrelevant. This is duress. Do you understand? This is absolute duress, YouTube. Absolute duress. I have no control over anything. You are out of control. You have literally taken all of my rights away and then stomped on them and spit on me and spit on my rights over and over and over. And I know that I've submitted reports that are not in my report log. I at least did 10 to 15 in a period of about 2 months. And then there was one time when there was a bunch of, when at the height, I guess, of all the madness, and there was a bunch of kids' videos, and I was like, what? It just didn't seem like in my algorithm, put it that way. It seemed weird.
And honestly, I'm allowed to fucking assert that. And if the courts gaslight me, then just fucking whatever. Take me to jail, I guess. If that's the case, if the case is that the truth doesn't matter, all that matters is that well, in this case, I'm finding. I mean, what matters? What does the truth? And I think that a lot of unmasking needs to be done. I want to know who did the Brett has HIV handle. Who made that? Who made it? You better fess up. I mean, you gotta fess up. Well,